Hey, what's up, friends? Talking about the writing process today. A little quick video documenting my process for the work. You can see that today is one of those theme days at a school. The Incredibles t-shirt. That's all I had. Buses just got called. They're out of here. So I felt like I would document a little bit of the work that I did today with some teams and some colleagues. So we took this document here, the writing process document, which, by the way, this is one that I got, and I'm sure there are several out there. My friend Heather Reed, staff developer, she handed this one to our team that I thought, like, what are the ways that we can use this in planning process? So what we came up with, or what I came up with today, I just said, like, we were working with all these charts across the units of study, and we were looking at these charts in both reading and in writing. And I thought, if we cut these things up and we were to plan just sort of where does our instruction, these are the things I'm going to teach, where does that fall in line with the actual writing process, and how does that help me with our teaching and our planning, so that I have a better scope and sequence of sort of where I'm going to be both in the writing process, but then also what units, or what lessons are going to address that. So I went in there, I had to do some back-end work, quickly cutting these things up, which didn't take all that long. I was going to film it, then I'm like, do you really want to see that? Probably not. But I came up with this idea of cutting these up, these cards across this particular unit, and then having teams sort of sort through, or colleagues sort through these lessons and the charts that accompany those lessons, and sort of plot them out. So basically the way that looked, here's this idea that we would take something like make a mental movie of what's happening and tell it bit by bit. Where would that fall in the writing process, right? And we knew that that would sort of be in this generate, rehearsal phase of things for kids. We kind of put that there. We took another one like try on different leads. Now, arguably, we know anything about the writing process. We know that we're revising all the time, or we should be revising at all of these stages. But we know that this particular lesson pops out and could be beneficial when we're teaching into revision as a whole. Perhaps drafting. I mean, we could argue. We can argue for that too. When we revise, we look at what other authors have done. We know that that lives in the revision category. Bring out the internal story. Again, this could live in a couple different places in the writing process. Could live here in drafting. I could story tell it and rehearse it. I could also use it as revision. I think for this team, we decided that it would live in the revision phase. Flash drafting, obviously that goes in drafting. Rehearsal is going to live here. We've got finding stories as a generating strategy. So that's how the planning session went today. It wasn't a big to-do. It was a matter of me actually taking these charts here, cutting them up, putting them on the wheel of the writing process, and teams were able to sort in a way that mattered to them so that they had a clear indication as to where they were going in this particular unit. It was time well spent. We took some pictures of this. We felt pretty good about it. We knew when things were coming. So this could be really good for teams. This could also be super beneficial for a coach running a PD session where you're trying to get it to be a little bit more interactive and engaging. That's what I find is working for me and my process. I'm curious to hear about what is working for you. I'm sharing my process and documenting that. I would love to hear a little bit more about what you're doing or how you're approaching this work. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.